The bottling dairy is the hub of the milk industry and can produce over 500,000 bottles of milk every day. It is equipped to receive the milk from both road and rail tankers and to pipe it direct into storage tanks. However, before the milk can be accepted into the dairy, it must first be tested and passed by the laboratory. So a sample is taken with a sterilized ladle from each tanker as soon as it arrives. The laboratory is the nerve center of the bottling dairy and controls all its activities. Not only is the milk checked for purity through every stage of its processing, but its constituents are analyzed and recorded, for the law lays down strict standards for the contents of fat and other solids. In addition, the laboratory keeps a careful check on all the dairy equipment, bottles and containers, and even on the water used for washing and sterilizing the plant and utensils. This consignment has been accepted, and the milk can now be pumped through to a battery of stainless steel holding tanks until it is needed on the bottling floor. But before the milk is bottled, it is first pasteurized to destroy harmful bacteria. Milk flowing through this apparatus at the rate of 3,000 gallons per hour is rapidly heated, held at 161 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds, and then immediately cooled down to 40 degrees. In addition, the washing and sterilizing of all the pipes and tanks is governed from this same panel. The pasteurized milk is now ready for bottling, but of course, first we need empty bottles. These are brought into the dairy each morning from the rounds and unloaded 24 crates at a time by forklift trucks. Getting the crates into single line onto the conveyor used to be heavy work, but this lifting device, known as a de-stillager and invented by one of the company's own engineers, does the whole job entirely automatically. This decrater, also based originally on the company's patented designs, nips the bottles out 60 at a time and 20 crates a minute. Even though most bottles are washed at home before being collected by the roundsman, they are all put through a rigorous wash, rinse, sterilize operation before they are filled, because it is surprising how they are misused. Nevertheless, trained scrutinizers watch every bottle as it emerges, and the laboratory takes frequent samples for testing. The pasteurized milk and the sterilized bottles meet at the vacuum fillers, which handle 200 bottles a minute, or 12,000 an hour. At the same time, an individual cap for each bottle is punched from a strip of aluminium foil and crimped on. Every technological advance in engineering and processing has been incorporated, and the company's dairies are the most up-to-date in the world. Once filled, the bottles jostle together on what is aptly called the scrambling table, from where they are lowered into crates and stacked, exactly the reverse of what we saw earlier. The crates are built up into stacks of 6 by the stacker, and from here they will be removed by forklift trucks to the cold room. Fast coming into popularity is the packing of milk in disposable cartons. One method of achieving this is the Tetra Pak. These throwaway polythene-lined cartons are light and simple to use. They eliminate bottle handling and thus save both the dairy and housewife a great deal of time and trouble. Besides the people working on the bottling floor, there are many more behind the scenes. The men who look after the boilers, supplying the steam heat for pasteurizing the milk and sterilizing the bottles. The operators who control the refrigeration plant that keeps the thousands of gallons of milk cool and fresh. The engineers who tend the electrical circuits and the complex machinery. All are a vital and integral part of the dairy. The next stage is for the bottles to be loaded in bulk onto milk delivery lorries and taken to individual branches in and around the cities. Each bottling dairy serves some 20 retail branches, and here again mechanical handling is put to the best advantage in transferring the milk to the cold room. The whole organization is designed so that the period between collection from the farm and delivery to the customer is kept as short as possible. Furthermore, to ensure absolute freshness, the temperature of the milk is continually maintained at a few degrees above freezing.